I have a bad habit at talking the same way another person is talking. So when I'm with white people, like in school, I did this big in school, in high school.
Yeah.
Like my white friends, I'm like, dude, yeah, totally, bro. Like I'd be all fucking hella white.
So when you're around your Asian friends, you're like, hey man, what's up, dude?
Yeah, it would just get fucking kidding me? Like, I don't know. I would just be fucking
like, I would laugh my ass off if you did that. If you went into a Vietnamese market and you just walked in, you're like, hey, yo, what's up, man? What's going on? Right when you walk into the supermarket, hey, what the hell, guy? Hey, so, would you like to, I'm looking for the water, if you have water here.
Yeah,
like, yo, Chris, what's going on? I don't know.
Yeah. I
don't know. Maybe if I come here to get the water.
Yeah. I did that. I do that a lot, like especially with my grandma, like because she speaks Spanish and so the only way we communicate is if I go to her level of English.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So she'd be like, hey, did you eat? You didn't eat nothing? Okay, come here, let me give me something to eat. You know? I'm like, no, well, it's okay. I already ate. Like,
you turn into Tony Montana.
Yeah. We just match, we compromise, we meet in the middle. You know what I'm saying? And I do that all the time to her. You know what I mean? Okay, take it easy. I love you. I love you too, Ella. You know?
They call that shit, there's a term for it. It's like code switching or some shit like that.
So
but that's
bad
not just
at
you.
it.
Everybody does that shit.
A lot of people do it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you notice like when there's like that one
What
white
up,
guy,
bruh?
or like everyone else turns black and stuff.
Yeah, bro. And you start and it's funny is that people do that with me. Like white people think I'm black, and they'll start doing that. They'll just be like, man,
yo.
You know what I mean? Or like, man, shit's crazy. Like they'll just say like random lines. You know what I mean? They'll be like, it's lit. You know, and I'm just like, I don't think you talk like that.
Yeah, it's funny because I grew up in Sacramento, California, right? So like Sacramento. So my parents own a black beauty supply store. But I grew up in a predominantly black area. So it was weird when I was trying to get job interviews.
That's the most Asian thing.
Yeah, it is. It's a Korean thing. It's a Korean thing.
Is it really?
It's a Korean thing.
Okay.
So like I would switch. I would try to get jobs, but then people would hear the way that I speak, and it would deter me from getting a job because I couldn't hear what they were hearing. Yeah. So when I would speak, I would hear. I'm like, this is my white voice, right?
Yeah.
But to them, that's not a white voice. They hear that little twang.
You have to sound like this.
Yeah. And so I had to learn, number one, how to slow down when I speak, and I also had to learn how to enunciate my words a lot.
You have too much rhythm too.
So I used to get a tape recorder and record myself speaking. And I'm like, and I would hear myself speak, and I'm like, who is this hood rat speaking on this thing? I'm like, ugh, you know what I mean? Like, what is this, dude?
Yeah.
Because that's not what I was listening to.
Yeah.
And in my group of friends, I thought I was the proper one.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so it was such a weird thing how people perceive who you are.
Yeah.
So like specifically too, there's like these couple of Asian YouTubers, like when I first met them, like they grew up, they clearly never had a black friend in their life, right? And right when they talk to me, like, yo, what's good, man? I'm like, I don't even talk like that, man. Like, what are you talking about? What are you doing?
It can get heavy. It can get heavy. You know
I'm
what I
like,
mean?
what are you saying right now?
You grew up in a white neighborhood. Why do you talk like that?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I grew up in a pretty black and Mexican neighborhood, and when I moved to an Asian neighborhood, they're like, you sound black.
Yeah,
and I'm
bro.
like, oh shit, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, how do I don't want to sound like them because they sound like they just got off the boat and then they picked up a Mexican accent.
Yeah.
Real weird, man. Because I mean, East LA, all the Asians out there, like they sound like cholos, but then they have Asian accents. And it's the weirdest way to speak.
Yeah.
So I mean, so we had to kind of learn how to speak English again when we got to college.
Because I couldn't use the N-word anymore. I didn't know that shit.
Yeah.
So in Sacramento, everybody uses it.
Oh.
So because it's such a culturally diverse area that, it was just like a term of endearment, right? So we grew up saying it our whole fucking lives. When I went to college, that shit switched fast. And I didn't know the negative connotation that it had when people
Me
weren't
either,
black
bro.
used it. I didn't fucking
Not
know.
one clue, bro.
Yeah, and so like if you go to Sacramento or the Bay Area in general till this day, you hear everybody use that word.
Yeah.
Right? And so for me, like it'll slip out every now and
But
then. And
they
I'm like,
weren't typing it online and stuff either, or like talking about it in video. It's like in high school, like a lot of my black friends were like, "Yo, why don't you talk like us?" And I'm like, what do you mean? And then like they would call me, they would give me like names like Young Grasshopper, and then like another nickname that I had was Nigga Knees. It's fucking funny. They'll be like, yo, there goes Nigga Knees right there, because I'm Japanese, and like, and then he's like, oh, you're not like the other guys, so they would call me these names, and I'm like, all right, I thought it was like cool, like it means friend.
Right.
I didn't know like it meant like, I mean, you heard it in music and everything too. Yeah, and I think back then too, at least the black people that I was around or the community that I was around, they didn't seem bothered by it. But then now it seems like not everyone's cool with it.
Not
so
everybody's
I
on the
just
same
stay
page.
away.
Right.
Yeah.
I stay away because,
Right.
and plus, like, I'm not 17 anymore. You
Exactly.
gotta change the way you speak.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Because I always tell this story too, where I remember the first time I even used the word was when there was this cat at my parents' store, and so back in the day there used to be this place called
Called a cat.
yeah, oh, shit. But there was this dude, this cat.
Yeah.
But
Oh no, I thought you actually meant a cat.
no, it's not an actual cat. No, like
An
this
actual,
dude.
okay.
This dude.
I thought
So
you
this
meant an
dude-
actual cat. You were just like the cat was sitting
This is
there
bodega
next
cat.
to the do-rag, and I was like, nigga.
So there's this dude. So there used to be this food truck called Moe's, right? And they used to have like these tacos, whatever. They used to sling all this other shit. But every Friday they would, I shit you not, Moe's would come through. He would have a bunch of food. It's a block party every fucking Friday.
Yeah.
And I shit you not, they would, right at my parents' store, they would just put up this piece of cardboard, fold it in half, and they would shoot dice next to our parents' store. That's what the neighborhood thing was every fucking weekend, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Yeah.
And so I remember when I was a kid, there's this dude that used to be chilling there, and he used to always come up to me and talk to me about sports or whatever. And he told me taught me how to use the word, right? So
Yeah.
he was just like, he goes, "Oh, what do you call me, man?" And I'm like, I don't know what to call you. So I say, "I'm your nigga." Right.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so from then on, I just use that word constantly because that dude specifically taught me how to use that word.
Right.
He goes, well, you say you tell people that I'm your nigga, and I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, you know?
Okay.
You're right.
What
And
are they
then-
teaching children, man?
Yeah, but then that's just like the language that we grew up. Like there was even this spot in the corner. We call it Punjabs, right?
Yeah.
It's not called Punjabs. My whole life, I thought the liquor store was called Punjabs, but it's just a racially derogatory term for Punjabi. And I had no idea because the whole neighborhood calls it Punjabs.
Yeah.
So like, oh, you're gonna get
That's true. You don't know.
You don't know as a
especially
kid.
when you're a kid.
yeah.
yeah.
I didn't know what it meant. I thought it meant friend because all the kids in
Oh, for
elementary
sure.
school.
Yeah.
And then like, yeah, that's, I mean, you know, you grow up and you understand what it means, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh shit,
Yeah.
this whole time.
Right. No, I had no. I when I was first saying, I'll say Nick, but I'll just say it real quick. What up, Nick? Yeah. What up, Nick?
Did you know what it meant?
No,
when you
I
were
didn't.
little?
Well, no, I didn't. No, that's what I'm saying. I didn't know that it was a bad thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I did recognize that black people said it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so that was a thing of like I wanted, you know, the schools that I went
Acceptance.
to, it was more of like a prominent black schools. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
So that's what we're doing. We played basketball before school started in the tennis courts. And that's what it was, all over the, you know, hooping. You know what I'm saying? What up, Nick? Oh, what up, Nick? Like, that's all it was.
And
you know,
it's interesting because now it's like, I think when you're a younger person, you really don't got an excuse now because you should know the cultural.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
for us, it's a little different.
For sure.
And
Like,
everyone was
yeah.
online. Everyone's online now. You can learn so much faster about
Right.
the world. Like if you kind of live like in the hood and whatever, that's your access to the world.
Yeah.
You don't know nothing else.
Right.
And then so, you know, if you're just surrounded by like black kids and they speak a certain way and that's how you learned English,
Yeah.
you just don't know.
Right.
You know, like
Right.
yeah.